presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders and the champions of the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Greg, it has been a long run to get here. 2 weeks of build-up, the media day, the radio. Celebrating 6 decades of this great American tradition, off we go from Santa Clara. It's Super Bowl 60. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Kupp in motion. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Injured player on the field, and that is Cooper Kupp. That is a player they cannot lose out of this line. It's another run here for Williams. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
To say what he's done this year, Mike, is unheard of would be an understatement. I mean, there are quarterbacks who go their entire careers without even making it to the Super Bowl, yet here he is on the verge of potentially winning one in his very first season. He's got a lot of work to do between now and the end of this game to make that happen, but if he's able to lead his team to a victory here today, it would be a perfect storybook ending to an improbable and legendary rookie campaign.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Rams offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The motion man is Nacua. He'll get this out wide.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Higbee. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The motion man is Nacua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. On the give, it's Williams. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nacua, complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. Stafford. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 3-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Now, faking the give. Look at the big guy rumble. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield, even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Huff brings it in left side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, this looks like a design run, and he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a...
And he will score. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Here's Hardy now. We'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Robinson. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Finding his tight end, Mayer.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. On 1st down, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nacua. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Going right back to Nacua, complete. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Stafford. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Santa Clara in Super Bowl 60. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop the throw. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Vegas.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Open man is Hopkins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing, Stafford. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. The motion man is Nacua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll locate Kupp. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. They go play action with Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Stafford. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He gets that to the veteran, Aguilar. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Finding his tight end there. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. Aguilar able to make the catch. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. throw, right side, hauled in by Kupp. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up. After this, they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. Stafford now on 3rd down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Open man downfield is Higbee. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On the ground, they go with Jordan. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Another run here for Robinson. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And the Raiders have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Commissioner Roger Goodell set to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Las Vegas Raiders, champions of Super Bowl 60. So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, good night from Santa Clara, California.